Hi, I'm Denny, games editor for Xbox.com.
And I'm Ryan, games writer for Xbox.com.
And on this week's Insider Moves, Ryan's going to help those of you out there who, like me, are cannon fodder in Halo 3's sometimes daunting multiplayer. Going toe-to-toe with Halo 3 veterans seems impossible at times, and it's just no fun getting dominated over and over again, Ryan.
It really doesn't need to be that way, though, and hopefully with a few Insider Moves, you can log into a match and stay competitive. For me, the most important tactical tool at your disposal is the motion sensor. For example, right here, I can see the enemies racing towards the doorway while I'm in midair, and I can then toss a grenade and really get the jump on them. Boom! Triple kill, no problem. Remember though, it is a motion sensor, not a radar. So just because you don't see a red dot doesn't mean there's not an enemy waiting to perform surgery on your face, or in this case, my face, with a shotgun right around the corner.
Dude, he pwned you.
I think we discussed lead speed, right? Now moving right along, you can use this to your advantage, obviously, like right here. Simply crouch down, and you won't show up on the enemy's motion sensor even if you're moving. There's nothing quite like the element of surprise in Halo 3. If you can get just a half-second head start on your opponent, you're in great shape.
Now, the motion sensor works like a charm for detecting enemies that are using active camo. If you see the dot right in front of you but can't spot the enemy, chances are, invisible guy there.
Knowing the strengths of each weapon is just as important as making use of the motion sensor as well. Nothing beats the shotgun in and around the bubble shield, and while the turret gun slows you down big time, you can lay waste to entire teams if you stick close to cover while using it. The Needler is devastating in the open where your opponent can't dodge behind a wall to avoid their impact, and the battle rifle can dominate any long distance map.
Now, even the default assault rifle is great if you use it correctly. You start shooting at mid-range, then you close in on your opponent and bop them with a melee attack to finish them off. Nothing equals the energy sword for lying in wait, though, especially when you have a buddy playing possum for you. Focus on tailoring every movement and strategy to whatever weapon you're carrying.
Now, the biggest flaw that I find groups still struggling through Team Slayer matches is their total lack of cohesion. Try this. Find a good spot like the sword room right here on the pit, and then hunker down with your team and defend just this area. Place sentries at each of the entrances and then hold out for as long as you can. If you do get run over, when you spawn, just choose another spot, discuss it with your team, and repeat that exact same process. This is particularly effective when you're in the lead and the other team is forced to come after you.
Now, there's hundreds of possible tips for Halo 3 multiplayer, but just these key tactics can make all the difference on pwning as much as you get pwned.
Denny!
Hey, it could be worse. I could be talking lolcat. Well, that's it for this week's Insider Moves. I'm Denny.
And I'm Ryan.
We can seize you next time.
Denny!